हरि ओम। हरि ओम। हरि ओम। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीमष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्ददामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे पुल्लारविन्दयतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमय प्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय तोत्रमेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पल शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला। अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकर दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी कैवर्तकः केशवः। पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटम् ज्ञानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितं। लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजं कलिमल प्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुः सुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः परमार्थानन्दयतिं सद्गुरुं शुद्धविग्रहम् आत्मज्ञानार्थलाभाय पादपादैर्नतोऽस्म्यहम् ह्रीङ्कार्यपादसम्पूज्यं हृदयानन्ददायक ओङ्कारानन्दपादाब्जं नमामः चित्तशुद्धये सद्गुरु चरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः श्रीकृष्णः परमात्मने नमः। So we are now connecting nearly after 2 months. We are in the 3rd chapter and more or less around the 27th or the 28th shloka. We will quickly read these shlokas. You may get a recap when you read it. Otherwise, I'll give a quick recap and then we will continue ahead. अथ तृतीयोऽध्यायः अर्जुन उवाच ज्यायसि चेत् कर्मणस्ते मता बुद्धिर्जनार्दन तत्किं कर्मणि घोरे मां नियोजयसि केशव व्यामिश्रेणेव वाक्येन बुद्धिं मोहयसीव मे तदेकं वद निश्चित्य येन श्रेयोऽहमाप्नुयाम्। श्रीभगवानुवाच लोकेऽस्मिन् द्विविधा निष्ठा पुरा प्रोक्ता मया नघ ज्ञानयोगेन साङ्ख्यानां कर्मयोगेन योगिनां न कर्मणामनारम्भात् नैष्कर्म्यं पुरुषोऽश्नुते न च सन्न्यसनादेव सिद्धिं समधिगच्छति न हि कश्चित् क्षणमपि जातु तिष्ठत्य कर्मकृत् कार्यते ह्यवशः कर्म सर्वप्रकृतिजैर्गुणैः कर्मेन्द्रियाणि संयम्य य आस्ते मनसा स्मरन् इन्द्रियार्थान् विमूढात्मा मिथ्याचारः स उच्यते यस्त्विन्द्रियाणि मनसा नियम्यारभतेऽर्जुन कर्मेन्द्रियैः कर्मयोगम् असक्तः स विशिष्यते नियतं कुरु कर्म त्वं कर्मज्यायो ह्यकर्मणः शरीरयात्रापि च ते न प्रसिद्ध्येद कर्मणः यज्ञार्थात् कर्मणोऽन्यत्र लोकोऽयं कर्म बन्धनः तदर्थं कर्म कौन्तेय मुक्तसङ्गः समाचर सह यज्ञाः प्रजा सृष्ट्वा पुरोवाच प्रजापतिः अनेन प्रसविष्यध्वम् एष वोस्त्विष्टकामधुक् देवान् भावयतानेन ते देवा भावयन्तु वः परस्परं भावयन्तः श्रेयः परमवाप्स्यथ इष्टान् भोगान् हि वो देवाः दास्यन्ते यज्ञभाविताः तैर्दत्तानप्रदायैभ्यः यो भुङ्क्तेस्तेन एव सः यज्ञशिष्टाशिनः सन्तः मुच्यन्ते सर्वकिल्बिषैः भुञ्जते ते त्वघं पापाः ये पचन्त्यात्मकारणात् अन्नाद्भवन्ति भूतानि पर्जन्यादन्नसम्भवः यज्ञाद्भवति पर्जन्यः यज्ञः कर्मसमुद्भवः कर्म ब्रह्मोद्भवं विद्धि ब्रह्माक्षरसमुद्भवं तस्मात् सर्वगतं ब्रह्म नित्यं यज्ञे प्रतिष्ठितम् एवं प्रवर्तितं चक्रं नानुवर्तयतीह यः अघायुरिन्द्रियारामः मोघं पार्थ स जीवति यस्त्वात्मरतिरेव स्यात् आत्मतृप्तश्च मानसः आत्मन्येव च सन्तुष्टः तस्य कार्यं न विद्यते नैव तस्य कृतेनार्थः नाकृते नेह कश्चन न चास्य सर्वभूतेषु कश्चिदर्थव्यपाश्रयः तस्मादसक्तः सततं कार्यं कर्म समाचर असक्तो ह्याचरन् कर्म परमाप्नोति पूरुषः कर्मणैव हि संसिद्धिम् आस्थिता जनकादयः लोकसङ्ग्रहमेवापि सम्पश्यन् कर्तुमर्हसि यद्यदाचरति श्रेष्ठः तत्तदेवेतरो जनः स यत्प्रमाणं कुरुते लोकस्तदनुवर्तते न मे पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यं त्रिषु लोकेषु किञ्चन नानवाप्तमवाप्तव्यं वर्त एव च कर्मणि यदि ह्यहं न वर्तेयं जातु कर्मण्यतन्द्रितः मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्याः पार्थ सर्वशः उत्सीदेयुरिमे लोकाः न कुर्यां कर्म चेदहम् शङ्करस्य च कर्ता स्याम् उपहन्यामि माः प्रजाः सक्ताः कर्मण्यविद्वांसः यथा कुर्वन्ति भारत कुर्याद्विद्वांस्तथा सक्तः चिकीर्षुर्लोकसङ्ग्रहं न बुद्धिभेदं जनयेत् अज्ञानां कर्मसङ्गिनां जोषयेत् सर्वकर्माणि विद्वान् युक्तः समाचरन् प्रकृतेः क्रियमाणानि गुणैः कर्माणि सर्वशः अहङ्कारविमूढात्मा कर्ताहमिति मन्यते तत्त्ववित्तु महाबाहो गुणकर्मविभागयोः गुणा गुणेषु वर्तन्ते इति मत्वा न सज्जते प्रकृतेर्गुणसम्मूढाः सज्जन्ते गुणकर्मसु तान् कृत्स्नवितो मन्दान् कृत्स्नविन्न विचालयेत् मयि सर्वाणि कर्माणि सन्न्यस्याध्यात्मचेतसः निराशीर्निर्ममो भूत्वा युध्यस्व विगतज्वरः ये मे मतमिदं नित्यम् अनुतिष्ठन्ति मानवाः श्रद्धावन्तो न सूयन्तः मुच्यन्ते तेऽपि कर्मभिः ये त्वेददभ्यसूयन्तः नानुतिष्ठन्ति मे मतम् सर्वज्ञानविमूढांस्तान् विद्धि नष्टान चेतसः सदृशं चेष्टते स्वस्याः प्रकृतेर्ज्ञानवानपि प्रकृतिं यान्ति भूतानि निग्रहः किं करिष्यति इन्द्रियस्येन्द्रियस्यार्थे रागद्वेषो व्यवस्थितौ तयोर्न वशमागच्छेत् तौ ह्यस्य परिपन्थिनौ श्रेयान् स्वधर्मो विगुणः परधर्मास्त्वनिष्ठितात् स्वधर्मे निधनं श्रेयः परधर्मो भयावहः अर्जुन उवाच Simhavalokanam, just a helicopter view of what is Karma Yoga. Bhagavan started saying, don't consider karma to be very simple. It is very intricate. You need to understand all the aspects of karma. And the third chapter starts with a question by Arjuna. I am completely confused. On one hand, you are telling do karma. On the other hand, you are also telling jnanam is very important. Should I leave everything, take sannyasa, go to jnanam, or should I continue karma? In the second chapter, you have supremely confused me. You started with jnanam, then mentioned about karma, then gave the benefits of jnani. What should I do? Either or. So, you may please decide. I am already confused. Don't supremely confuse me. Help me to come out of this. So, I would have understood it wrongly. You decide and tell me what it is. I am incapable of deciding. And then Bhagavan starts. Nishtadvayam Yogadvayam. Nishtadvayam Pravritti Margaha Nivritti Margaha. You can choose whichever you want. Brahmachari to sannyasa, Nivritti Margaha. Brahmacharyam to grihastha-ashrama to sannyasa, Pravritti Margaha. Based on your nature, the Shastra gives you a choice. But in both, Yogadvayam needs to be there. You may be in Pravritti Marga or Nivritti Marga. Karma Yoga followed by Jnana Yoga and not vice versa or no other way. There is absolutely one path only, Karma Yoga followed by Jnana Yoga. So even if you are in sannyasa and in Jnana Yoga, karma needs to be done. Now to justify that, he starts with Nakarmana manarambat naishkarmyam purushoshnute. Okay. It is very difficult for someone not to do any karma. Okay. Then he confirms it very clearly, says that even in sannyasa, by stopping all the karma, you will not get moksha. So that he has clarified. You take sannyasa, don't do karma, I will get moksha. Answer is no, you will not get moksha. Then why should I go to sannyasa? That is why I am telling don't go to sannyasa. Okay. Then the next argument he gives. Nahi kaschit kshanam api jatu tishtati akarma kriti. No person or no living being in this world for even a moment, so far as the life is there, can be without doing karma. Okay. If karyate hi avashah karmaha sarva prakriti jair gunai. He here brings this a very important aspect of prakriti gunaha. That based on prakriti guna, karma will continue because prakriti is destined to keep changing. That change will continuously happen. Okay. Then what you should do? I have to do karma, but doing karma is going to give me a problem. It has got three problems: bandhakatvam, dukkhamishritatvam, atriptikaratvam. I keep doing karma, I face three problems. I don't do karma, I have bigger problem. So the answer is karmendriyani samyamya. Try to control the karmendriya and your mind, and indriyarthan vimudhatma, one who does not do that, and if he simply tries to keep his karmendriyas quite externally but mind very active, although he has taken sannyasa, he is called a fool, he is called a hypocrite, he is fooling everyone and himself. So be in the world outside, do karma, but the thing is, get your mind and the karmendriyas under your control. You don't become their slave, they should become your slave. Okay. Then what do? Yaspindriyani manasa niyamya, one who is able to hold this indriya and manasa, this person will never get attached to the karma what he does. So bandhakatvam and atriptikaratvam goes automatically, dukkhamishritatvam will. It is the baby of these two. Bandhakatvam and atriptikaratvam leads to dukkhamishritatvam. So that will automatically go. So very clearly, one has to be mentally contented and not be attached to the karma, yet do the karma. Okay, fine. Then how to do the karma? He says, niyatam kuru karmatvam. Okay, karmajyayo hya karmana. Even in your day-to-day life, sharira yatra pichate na prasadyet akarmanaha. You cannot be without doing karma even in your day-to-day activities. Then what is it you are talking about? You have to get up in the morning, you have to sleep in the night. All these are karma only. You can't be away with it. Then what should you do? Niyatam kuru karma. Niyatam means nitya naimittika karma kuru. That means what? You completely submit your karma with Ishvara Arpana Buddhi and then take prasada bhavana with the karma phala. That is what niyatam kuru karma. Okay. And when you do it that way, that is called yajna. From that he moves to the concept called yajna. And yajna, from an individual to the yajna to the complete universe, is what he is taking. He says that bhavana of doing it for the benefit of many beneficiaries with Ishvara Arpana Buddhi, and whatever is the outcome, sharing it with everyone and not taking it by yourself, you also can be a beneficiary out of it. That prasada bhavana is what is called niyatam karma or karma yoga. Do that. Okay. Then he says, yajnarthat karmanaha anyatra lokaha ayam karma bandhanaha. You see how the people are completely connected to a single objective in a yajna. And like that, focus on what needs to be done. Do not get attached to it. Do your part. And then mukta sangha samachara. Don't have any associations. This is correct, that is wrong. No association. Mukta sangha. For that he gives one example. How to be mukta sangha. Saha yajnah prajas srishtva purovacha prajapatihi. That prajapatihi, Brahmaji, after creating human being, he also created a yajna for them. Anena prasavishyadvam yeshavostvishta kamaduk. By utilizing this yajna for the benefit of mankind and the universe, they can be of mutually complementary nature and be the beneficiaries. How will they be complementary? Devan bhavayata nena te deva bhavayantu vaha parasparam bhavayantaha shreyah paramavapsyata. The devas depend on you for yajna. You depend on devas to give all your requirement for this janma, right from every ability within me to all the objects of desire. Everything is given by the devas, and that is how when you submit to the devas will give you You give the devas the havir bhagaha, by the yajna, the devas will give you and protect you. Okay, parasparam bhavayantaha, mutually work together. Okay, then he says, Ishtan bhogan hivo devaha. The moment you give what they like, Ishtan bhogan dasyante yajna bhavitaha. They will give you much more than what you are asking. They will work as though like a slave of yours. Okay, but then in case you don't give them, tairdattan apradayebhyaha, you will be a thief. Without, if not giving them, at least you have to be, basic thing is you have to thank them. Oh God, thank you for giving me. At least that should be there. If you don't thank, then you are worse than a human being. Okay, so for whatever, every day morning or every day evening, whenever or both the times, thank you for whatever you have given. Thank you for all my health being proper, everything working properly. Thank you for a good environment in which I am staying. Thank you for everything. Just be thankful. Thank you for the food. Okay, that paras this tairdattan apradayebhyaha, without giving them, yaha bhunte, one who enjoys it by himself or herself, stena eva saha. So whatever karma is done, the beneficiaries have to be more than you. Okay, that means the Shastra never allows selfish alone karmas. Even kamya karma, it has to be for me and my family, me and my society, me and my nation. Kamya karma, nothing wrong, but more beneficiaries. Then only you will move from Rajoguna to Satvaguna. Okay. Then Yajnashishtashinas santaha muchyante sarvakilbishaihi bhunjate te tvagam papaha ye pachantyatmakaranat. Same thing, because we start many things with this yajna spirit. When it gets converted to my goal, it becomes very difficult to understand. You will have seen that many things you start with a very good, noble desire in the mind. But suddenly at a point of time it becomes so dear to you that you become highly selfish about that particular activity. You take any activity, right from smallest thing, you will start with a very, very noble thought in the mind. No, I would want to do it for this benefit for many people and all. But after some time when you are into it, then it becomes my way only, because now I am fully connected. I am in control of it. Everything should happen the way I am telling. Okay, that niyata karma ends up becoming very high kamya karma. And that is what he is saying, be careful. Bhunjate te tvagam papaha. You, instead of going positive, you will go negative if you are fully attached to such niyata karmas. You start with niyata karma, don't end it up as kamya karma. You are falling down. The idea is from kamya karma, you go to nitya naimitika karma. You are growing. But from nitya naimitika karma, you convert nitya naimitika karma to kamya karma. Means what? If I do Sandhya Vandanam, give me this benefit. Gone. If I cook food at home, I should get this thing from the family. Gone. That Nitya Naimitika karma is coming out of your love towards the family that you will cook. But if that comes with an expectation, you have actually fallen down. Okay, so be careful of that. That is what he is very clearly saying. Then he says, don't think that when you are doing activity is only confined to you. No. Karma Brahmodbhavam Vidhi, later on he is telling. Brahmarpanam Brahmahavi will come in the 4th chapter. Everything, whatever you are doing small, is so integrated and connected in this universe, and that it is all cyclic. You cannot break the cycle by becoming highly selfish. When we break cycles, then you see what happens, and we are seeing it. When we break cycles, the rain doesn't come properly, the summers don't come properly, the winters don't come properly, the fruits don't come properly, everything we have broken. Why? We want to control the nature. Sitting in nature, you want to control the nature. Okay. Rather than that, I have to sit in nature and align myself with the nature. That is what works. So, annad bhavanti bhutani parjanyad anna sambhavaha yajnad bhavati parjanyaha. How does this yajna come? Yajna karma samudbhavaha. So, whenever people in a particular region with a particular mindset do activities with that mindset, automatically that impacts the environment around, and that has a bigger impact to everything. And very, very startling examples we have got. My mindset is I should have a house. I should have a very good house. I'm not bothered about anything. Okay, I buy a house. More I buy a house, more builders are there to build the house. More builders are there to build the house, more trees are going to get cut. More trees are going to get cut, more rains are not going to come properly. Okay, see how the connections are going. So if every one of us, now the question will come, what only if I think like that, the others? No, you think that is good enough. This is for individual, and this is not for changing collectively the masses. Okay, so annad bhavanti bhutani, everyone's karma is connected from micro to macro in a very beautiful way. That macro is only getting small as micro. This micro only gets enlarged, connected as macro. And whatever you do in the micro way has its impact on the macro. Don't forget that. Why? All these are karma brahmodbhavam vidhi brahmakshara samudbhavam. Tasmat sarvagatam brahma. Everything goes to that one place only finally. That is why brahmarpanam brahma havihi brahmagnau brahmana hutam brahmaivatena gantavyam brahma karma samadhina daivameva pare yajnaha. Fourth chapter it will come. Everything, even I am eating food is brahmarpanam only. Okay, so even that is called pranagniotram. So whatever karma I do, if I can convert my mundane activities into niyata karma, that means dharma coming in place, I do only dharmika karmas which are more beneficial to many rather than me alone. The karma doesn't change. See, for that you don't have to do specially different karma. But the outlook of the karma should be different. The sankalpa should be different. Okay? Like, instead of saying that let my family only be happy, why can't we say let the whole world be happy? Karma remains the same. Sankalpa changes. Outlook changes. If outlook changes, then the way you do the karma will change. Okay? Then, like that he says, evam pravartitam chakram na anuvartati yaha adhayuhu indriyaramaha mogham partasa jivati. If there are people who are with laziness, who are not a part of this, their life is wasted because they don't contribute back, they don't get any benefit out of it, it is standstill. It is like how unless money goes into the system for rolling, the money cannot earn money. If it is simply kept in your house, that money is not going to grow. Same way, karma should be into the system for better benefit, many more people's benefit, and that's how this karma comes back to us as karma phala. There will be sukha in doing the karma itself. That becomes karma yoga, because I am not expecting any other karma phala sukham later. Doing the karma with Ishwararpana buddhi, and whatever is the outcome, that itself is sukham to me. Now and here I am enjoying. Is it clear? That is what he is trying to say. Yes, now he comes to a jnani. Yastvatma ratireva syat atmatriptascha manavaha. That jnani who is completely by himself, who is not dependent on the world outside for his sukham, dukkham or anything, atmanyeva hi santushtaha, for that person tasya karyam na vidyate. Earlier he told a person who is dropping karma and sitting lazily. That is not acceptable. But he says one exception is there. There is one person who need not do karma. Who is that? A jnani. Okay, that Shastra gives him an exception because by he doing any karma, there is no benefit for that person. Okay, be very careful here. He says every person, every ajnani should do karma to karma yoga. Jnanis need not do karma. But at the same time, he has told, Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tishtatya karma kriti. So he says, jnanis also will end up doing karma. Then what happens? The karma yoga which ajnani does is with the hetu of chitta shuddhi. Correct? The jnani doesn't have such a hetu. Then why will the jnani do? Loka sangraham evartha. He will do it for loka sangraha. That is why he confirms that. See, atmanyeva hitushtaha tasya karyam na vidyate. Then he says, why that is true? Naiva tasya kritena arthaha. He doesn't have any desire for doing it. Na krite neha kaschana. There is nothing he has got to achieve by doing it. Or nachasya sarva bhuteshu. There is nothing he has not achieved by not doing it. Kaschid artha vyapashrayaha. Hence he need not do. So he justifies this category called jnanis why they need not do karma. Then he comes back and he says tasmad asaktas satatam. So come back to ajnani. Karyam karma samachara. Asakto hi acharan karma paramapnoti purushaha. What is paramapnoti? Karma yogena jnana yogam I will reach. So paramapnoti is only by karma yoga I can move to jnana yoga, hence do karma yoga. Okay. Now he gives justifying. He says that doesn't mean you have to leave everything and go to sannyasa. No. You can be a grahastha and still achieve everything what you want. Only your mindset has to change. So he gives an example. Karmaneva hi samsiddhim astita janakadayaha lokasangrahamevapi sampashyan kartumarhasi. Okay. So Janaka, Ashwapati being in this world as grihasthas, as rajas, with so much of responsibility, they ended up doing karma yoga and they got moksha. In between dot you have to add, they got a guru who gave jnanam and then with jnana nishta they got moksha. But they didn't stop their responsibility being in the society with karma. But they did that karma as karma yoga. Okay. And what did they do? They established that yadyadacharati shreshtaha tattadeve tarojanaha sayat pramanam kurute. They became a living example. Lokastad anuvartate. People followed them. Why? Then it is for everyone's good. So dharmam chara. Don't say dharmam vada. It has to be dharmam chara. You have to practice it so that others imbibe from that very clearly. Is it clear? Okay. Then he gives his own example. That means he belongs to a category called jnani. Indirectly Krishna is saying, I am a jnani. I don't have to do karma. I can claim that exception, but I don't do it. Name parthasti kartavyam trishulokeshu kinchana. I don't have an iota of karma in all the three lokas whatsoever. Nanavaptam avaptavyam. I have achieved what I have to achieve. There is nothing which I have not achieved, and there is nothing which I am going to lose by not doing also. Varta eva cha karmani. Then he says, in case yadi hyaham navarteyam, if I don't do karma, jatu karman nyatandritaha, and I become lazy, mama vartmanu vartante, there are so many Krishna bhaktas, there are so many followers, they will follow me. Why? Yadyadacharati shreshtaha. Because my boss is sleeping, I will sleep. Because my parents are sleeping, I will sleep. Okay, so now it is not my duty for myself, it is an obligatory duty that I have a responsibility for the society, and the society is looking up towards me, and hence aham varteyam. For me, it is not just 24 hours, it is 24 by 7, 365 days, every day I have to work. Is it clear? Okay. And he says, those people who look at me, Utsideyurime lokaha nakuryam karma chedaham. People will get completely disillusioned. They will be completely distracted. The Shastra says do karma, but my leader is not doing karma. What do I do? And that is going to be the reason of confusion and delusion. Sankarasya chakartasyam upahanyami maaf prajaha. I will be the reason of confusion in their mind, and I will lead to delusion, and thereby they will not do karma, and thereby there will be only dukkham, and there will be nasha. Kulakshayakritam dosham prapashyadbhirjanardana kulakshaye pranashyanti kuladharma sanatana. First chapter, remember it. Okay, then now he comes to people who are working. So he has established everyone have to work, jnani or ajnani. The motive of working is different. The reason or the purpose of working is different. Now, he says most of the people will work how? Karmani saktaha avidvamsaha yatha kurvanti bharata. As those people who are avidwan or ajnanis, as they work with such a lot of attachment, in the same way, the jnani should outwardly show that he has got so much of attachment to work, but from inside there is absolutely no attachment. Okay, very nicely all of us have experienced this. Very nicely we tell someone, oh, what a wise person you are, what an intelligent, what a beautiful person you are. In the mind you know what you mean. Correct? It is not fooling the person, but it is ensuring that that person is motivated to do something. Okay, right? That doesn't mean that you should be telling all the wrong things to just make everyone happy. No. It says, as here he is referring to doing karma, as much as they are attached and that attachment will pull them to do karma, jnani should do the karma with such a vigor, but without attachment, which is still difficult. Huh? Think about it. It is actually very difficult. So, a jnani has a bigger and a very, very responsible role because he is the leader. There are many people following him, and hence he has got a tougher job. Okay. Then he says another thing. Now that you know that without attachment doing work or not doing work is a better way than doing work with a lot of attachment. Is for that there are many people today who are working. Don't go and tell them, please, I will tell you the formula of success. You stop working like this. No, never do that. Na buddhi vedam janayet. Jananam karma sanginam, who are doing work, don't go and tell them stop doing work. Because this work is not going to help you. Jnanam is going to help you. But don't stop them. Why? Joshayet sarva karmani vidwan yukta samacharan. Okay. Then he says a very, very important. Now he goes to a macro principle, a clear principle he says. He says, understand. And jnani, how does he look? Prakritehe kriyamanani gunaihi karmani sarvashaha. Prakriti gunaha karmani sarvashaha kriyamanani. Okay, this prakriti gunaha, when you say prakriti, it has got gunaha. Gunaha means qualities. Qualities means differences. Differences means ups and downs. Variations will be there. Taratamyam will be there. Correct? So, prakritehe kriyamanani. For example, if the water is there at a higher level and you have another tank which is connected at a lower level, the prakriti guna of the water to move from higher level to lower level will make this water go from the upper tank to the lower tank till both the levels are more or less reached, or everything is in one level. Something with high temperature connected with something with low temperature, they will till it equates. Correct? Same way, that is prakriti guna. Once the moment it is the natural law, it will flow that way. Okay. He says prakriti gunas are there. What are prakriti gunas? Sattva, rajas, tamo gunas are there. And each of them have got motives, each of them have got laws, each of them will continue to work. Okay. Everything has got that indriya to object. That connections are prakriti guna. It will always be there. Even for a dog, even for a human being. Okay, when you are hungry, your hands and legs will move towards the food. Even for a dog, the dog's legs will move towards the food only. That is prakriti guna, right? Which is natural law. Okay, prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvashaha. This is a universal thing. So every karma is done because of taratamyam of prakriti. Every karma. Once there is no difference in prakriti, it is called standstill. You know, in chemistry, you have got reactions which are forward, reactions which are reversible. When you see reversible reaction, it will go forward and it will come backward also. Reactants reacting to form products. The products reacting to form reactants. And this is called reversible reaction. Now in a reversible reaction, if you don't do anything over a period of time, it will form a steady state, no change. As though no change, but in reality, a little of reactant becomes product. The moment that becomes more in concentration, that reacts to get reactant. So it is very fast going in micrograms, movements are happening. But for macro level, nothing is, it's a steady state. The whole earth is rotating and revolving. We are stationary. So we are rotating and revolving, or we are stationary? We are on the earth. Huh? Okay. So when we look at it, it says, Prakritehe kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvachaha. That movement will be there. Okay. If you leave it to the law of nature, okay, I am also moving with the earth. I have no problem. That is why we are all stationary. We are calling ourselves stationary and very relaxedly sitting, saying that I am sitting in this class. But you are moving in this class. But the moment you start thinking, oh no, I am moving in the class, I have to work the other way around to be stationary, then it is you have disturbed yourself. So far as you just leave it that the earth is moving, the class is also moving along with that, I am also moving along with that, relatively we both look stationary, let that move, why should I bother? Correct? That means I am different from the universe. Correct? If you say I am a part of the universe, you have to also now counteract and move. Okay, so when I connect to it, I get a new status. When I connect to the Prakriti gunas, I get a new status called Ahankara, Aham Karta. If I allow it to just be there that way, then Ahankara doesn't work. You know that song? सिकंदर ने पोरस से की थी लड़ाई तो मैं क्या करूं? If you are going to be that way, तो मैं क्या करूं? सिकंदर और पोरस ने लड़ाई की तो मुझे क्या करना है? But if you say, अरे, why did Sikandar do? Why did Porus have to come from there to here? Ahankara vimudhatma. You have gone into it. समझ में आ रहे? Kartahamiti manyate. It is very easy to understand. Jagat, Sikandar, Porus. But I am two now. Purushaha and Prakriti together. The Purushaha is Akarta, the Prakriti is Karta and Bhokta. When this Purushaha connects to the Prakriti and becomes Karta and Bhokta, this Purushaha gets another name called Ahankaraha. If you leave it, I am the Purushaha, Prakriti will continue to do what it is, let it do. That doesn't mean not doing anything. Huh? That doesn't mean not doing anything. This is another problem. Because the moment we start explaining like this, I am Purushaha, I don't have to do anything. Whatever is happening, chalte rehne do. No. You can't do that. Khana khane ka ki nahi? You are getting involved or not? So for all your activities, Ahankara is going to work till you die. If I am breathing, Ahankara is working. Whether to value it or not value it is the question. So far as the ornament looks itself as gold, the ornament will allow the goldsmith to make any shape. So far as the ornament feels that I am the chain, it will not allow the goldsmith to come and work on the gold. Are you able to get that? Correct? So nothing changes. That means even if I look myself as gold, I am going to be beaten, heated by the goldsmith, but I will not bother about it. Why? Guna guneshu vartanti. He is doing his job. His job is to do on the gold. I am the gold. It is happening, so why should I bother? What difference did it make when I am a necklace or a chain or what? I am mud. What difference did it make whether I am being made a pot or I have been made a dish? Are you getting it? Guna guneshu vartanti. That thought process of Prakriti gunas equal to Ahankara equal to body-mind complex. Are you understanding? Prakriti guna equal to Ahankara equal to body-mind complex. That means if I connect to my body-mind complex, gone. I am doing karma. I am attached. Bandhagatvam has come. But the moment I do not get connected to it and still I do the karma, there is no bandhagatvam. There is no atriptikaratvam. So what gives bandhakatvam, atriptikaratvam, dukkha mishritatvam is not the karma. Connection with yourself, ahankarta, gives that. Right? Just take an example. In a house, there is something which is happening, a death or something happening. One person cannot bear it. So much is crying and so connected to it. Other person, okay, over, come on. What next? Let us keep doing. Okay, that person also felt little, but what happened? That person dropped the whole thing and said that these things will be there. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityuhu. In the mind he said, whether he or she said, he doesn't know that Sanskritam and all. But what does it mean? One who is born is going to die, the person has died. Let me go continue my work next. Okay, for that person, dukkham will be less. Not that no dukkham will be there. Dukkham will be far less. Why? He has undervalued prakriti guna. He has undervalued ahankara. It is not going to go off. Till you die, ahankara will be there. If someone says that a jnani doesn't have ahankara, you will be fooling yourself. A jnani has an ahankara, but that ahankara is like nirbijatvam, roasted seeds. It won't do anything. It is incapacitated ahankara. Do you understand? Incapacitated ahankara. Why? His sadhana has made it that way. That his ahankara will not get attached to the indriyas, will not go to mana, the mana will not get attached to the vishaya. Body mind complex getting connected to the vishaya, because what is prakriti guna? Body mind complex will be. What is prakriti guna outside? Vishaya. So by natural law of association, my prakriti guna and macro prakriti guna will get connected. And that connection, let it happen, that is natural. If iron is kept, iron will rust. Why? That is the property of iron. Are you able to get that? So I should not be disturbed because iron is rusting. If you don't want it to get rusted, do something to protect it, and after that don't bother about it. But you can't keep saying, oh, the iron is rusting, and get attached to it and then every day cry. Still the iron will rust. Why? Prakrite kriyamanani. How much ever you work. That is why this learning gives a very important thing. It doesn't stop action. At the same time, it tells you don't get stuck with your goal in the action. Take a goal, work, drop the goal, you are happy. Correct? Why? The rest of the things will just happen the way it has to happen. What are you going to do for it? Okay. That means if I want to control the universe, then I am ahankara. If I want to control myself also, I am ahankara. I do few things because the ahankara is supposed to do. That is ahankara's prakriti guna. After that I drop it. Why? I am not ahankara. Are you be getting this? How much ever easily said, practically to do, because you do not know when you jump down to that ahankara status. Every time we jump to ahankara status. Again, the realization is, oh, I am not the ahankara. Then you will be ready to give up for some time. Again, suddenly we will jump back to the ahankara status. But that is the sadhana. The understanding that now ahankara is working and I need to take a step back is what the sadhana is all about. Okay. Ahankara vimudhatma kartaham iti manyate. So a relationship is given, a name is given, everything is classified, super classified. Okay. So how much ever super speciality doctor comes today. Okay. Someone is ready to work only on that eardrum of the ear, then left side of the eardrum, then super speciality will come that the main inner portion of the eardrum, I am that super specialist, I don't know even outside that eardrum. Doesn't matter. The more you go to super speciality, more ahankara is working. And we should know, guna guneshu vartante. This has come when I was born. This is going to die when I go. What is the problem if it dies a little earlier? It has completed its job. Tathastu. Is it clear? Before it dies, learn whatever you have to learn. That is important. Use that ahankara there. Otherwise, after this dies, this will not get input. Correct? Because a video recorder has recorded only other things what you should not record. So when this is on, record the right things. So that if this goes also, that record will play there. Correct? That is how this ahankara can be made to use positively. Dharmika, put it in the dharma, automatically it has got a proper boundary. Dharmika karma will never do any harm. Adharmika karma will only give you a problem. Okay? Clear? Fine. तत्त्ववित्तु महाबाहो गुणकर्म विभागयोः गुणा गुणेषु वर्तन्ते इति मत्वा न सज्जते. We saw this very clearly last time. Guna guneshu vartante iti matva. Know this very clearly and don't get attached to it. ये ऐसा ही रहने वाला है. You know what is the easiest way to accept such a situation? Okay. Now, as student of Vedanta, how do we accept such a situation? When we say guna guneshu vartante, when there is a situation coming, it is coming because of the attachment. Okay. Before moving to this point, let me clarify. My Srishti and Ishvara Srishti, do you remember this? So far as anything happening in Ishvara Srishti, I am not having a problem at all. The moment I move out from Ishvara Srishti and bring it to my Srishti, all the problem starts. Why? My ahankara goes out of me, pulls it from Ishvara Srishti, brings it into me and guards it such a way that nothing else should touch it. However bad it is also, it is no, I will not allow to do. Are you able to get this? Ishvara Srishti and my Srishti. The moment you throw it back to the Ishvara Srishti, you have absolutely no problem. That will continue to work the way it is. You will continue to interact with it the way it is. You will have no problem. What is the example? When I go to Viviana Mall, everything is in Ishvara Srishti. Correct? The moment I see something, these eyes have seen it. The eyes have registered to the mind. The mind has consulted my vasanas, which are deep inside. Oh, you like it. It will be good if you possess it. Correct? And slowly, ahankara has got born. I need this thing. Correct? That is the time what you have to do. That is the time what you have to do. Throw it back to the Ishvara Srishti. How do you throw it back to the Ishvara Srishti? Ahankara says, I need it, correct? I need it, I understand it very clearly. If it is in Ishvara Srishti, it was there in Ishvara Srishti. If Ahankara doesn't get, Ahankara is going to be unhappy. Okay, how do I then throw it back to the Ishvara Srishti at that time? Yeah, this is like your visa. Either I am in this country or I am in that country. I cannot be in between, right? Correct? What are we saying? Go to that country and throw yourself in this country. Is it possible? Very easily we do it. Why not possible? Even if you are in China, you will say, I am an Indian. I have a Chinese visa, right? But I am who? I am an Indian. My way of life will be Indian. My food habits will be Indian. Yes or no? What did you do? Correct? Same way. The moment you see that, Now this ahankara says, I need it. If I don't get it, I will be unhappy. Correct? If you bring it here, you know you have a problem. If you leave it there, you know you have a problem. What to do? Logically, what is the solution? Okay, I will ask the question differently. When two people are there, you see each other from a distance. You have in your mind that I think I know that person. That person also has in the mind, I think I know this person. You will wait to see whether that person comes here. Otherwise, what will you do? You will have to go there. Yes or no? To satisfy it. Correct? Same way, if from Ishvara Srishti it cannot come to Ahankara, my Srishti, what can I do? Cannot I expand my Ahankara to accept that Ishvara Srishti is also my Ahankara? Why I need to possess it? Being there itself is mine only, na? Just tough, huh? Are you able to understand? What are you doing? I am expanding my Ahankara to Ishvara Srishti. Why? If I don't do that, dukkham will be there because of attachment. If I get it, dukkham will be there because of attachment. Which is the way I will not have dukkham and I will not possess it. Only by expanding my Ahankara, saying that so beautiful it looks there. What a Ishvara Srishti. When I say what an Ishvara Srishti, I have actually taken my Ahankara to Ishvara Srishti. Na? I am attached to Ishvara Srishti. That is why I appreciate Ishvara Srishti. How beautiful it looks like this. You can add something more to that. I am not that beautiful like the mannequin. So it looks good on the mannequin only, not on me. Does it make sense now? That way I am being happy also, no regrets, and I don't want it. That is being contented, leaving it in Ishvara Srishti. And everyone gets this chance. Huh? And whenever you say no to something and move ahead, see, when you see two dresses, one you liked it so much, the previous one which you saw, you liked it. Like in next one, I liked it very much. Both in the same shop. How did you leave the previous one? You said it looks good there only. अच्छा दिखते हैं उधर. मुझे नहीं बनते. I want the next one. Do you understand? You actually did leaving it to the Ishvara Srishti. You left your Ahankara to the Ishvara Srishti. It is just I am playing with words, because we need to have practical ways how to get this with us. Otherwise it will be in book. How to be contented even when my desire says I need it, and I know for sure my buddhi says if I get it, it is incorrect. If I leave it, my mind is going to say I am going to cry. Buddhi says get it, you have a problem. Manas says leave it, you have got a problem. What did you do? Buddhi and Manas, both of this are Prakriti Gunaha. Leave it to Ishvara. Both are not mine. So you just leave along with the Vishaya, you leave both there itself. Are you able to get this? Here, dejected is not an answer. Huh? I control myself is not at all an answer here, because it will come out very badly somewhere else. I have to be contented and I have to rationally accept it and then so graciously leaving it. People say, na, he retired graciously, means what? Internally that person should feel, externally everyone says he retired graciously. After that, he creeps from the next day. It is not retiring graciously. So internally, for each of us, we have to just retire it. Say, it looks so beautiful in Ishvara Srishti. Take for example a flower. The beautiful example. Take a flower on a tree. Will the flower look beautiful on the tree, or will it look better on my head? Ask this question. Then you will be ready to leave the flower on the tree and sit and enjoy. So beautiful Bhagavan Srishti is. If you remove out from that, it looks half or hardly any beauty. Along with rest of the flowers, this looks so beautiful. What is the question? Is it in a way differentiate between the need and the want? These are all different names. Need and want, you are giving different names to it. They are all synonym. Need and greed. Need and greed. Ahankara comes, the need becomes greed. When ahankara is subdued, it remains as a need. Eating food is a need. Eating in this restaurant, this food only, with this person only, at this time is only all greed. It will come a part of greed. Greed means not eating more. Don't go by the actual word meaning. So want and need more or less means the same. But am I keeping it as a part of Ishvara Srishti and still being one of the beneficiaries? Or am I removing it from Ishvara Srishti and being the single beneficiary? समझ में आ रहा है? Whichever way you see, you will be able to get such answers. And wherever you need very specific things, you will do it, because there it is not that ahankara will play. But at least those things where you have a chance to wait, pause, ask this question, try it out for small things. That makes a big difference. You will be very, very great, being large-hearted. You know, what is large-hearted? I am ready to give it up for a bigger cause. Other way around, I will say, suppose you see in that mall another not so affluent person who cannot probably buy it, but really wishes that, and they are more apt. And if you buy and give it to that person, see which works better. Think. Some examples just to make us think. Are you able to understand? So, how to convert this ahankara, subdue it, and get back to Ishvara Srishti? Keep it in Ishvara Srishti as far as possible, then my demands and my wants will reduce. If that reduces, automatically guna guneshu vardante will continue. Prakriti guna will continue. But if I don't value that, I am guna sammudhaha. Not simple. I am supremely foolish about knowing this and everything. If I possess only, it will be the best. Sajjante guna karmasu. Okay. Tana kritsna vito mandan. Kritsna vinna vichalaye. Okay. We will see this word by word meaning first and then we will go. I think from 29 we have to start, right? Yeah. प्रकृतेर्गुणसम्मूढाः सज्जन्ते गुणकर्मसु तान कृत्स्नवितो मन्दान् कृत्स्नविन्न विचालयेत्. प्रकृतेः गुणसम्मूढाः सज्जन्ते गुणकर्मसु तान अकृत्स्नविद मंदान Kritsnavit na vichalayet. Okay, I'll repeat again. Padavaga. Prakritehe gunasammudhaha sajjante gunakarmasu tan akritsnavit mandan kritsnavit na vichalayet. Okay, how do we see the अन्वयम of this? Prakritehe gunasammudhaha guna karmasu sajjante. Okay, prakritehe gunasammudhaha guna karmasu sajjante tan akritsnavidha mandan tan akritsnavidaha mandan kritsnavit na vichalayet. Let us just see the word meanings. Very, very nice way he has put it. Kritsnavit na vichalayet. What is kritsna? Kritsna means clear, crisp, clarity, without ambiguity. Very, very firm, very clear, crystal clear. Kritsna. Okay. Kritsnavit na vichalayet. Catch it from there. Kritsnavit means what? Vedavit, one who knows the Vedas. Kritsnavit, one who knows this. Tattvavit, tattvavittu mahabaho. What do he know? He knows the tattva. Tattva means which tattva? Purusha prakriti tattva. Prakriti guna tattva. He knows how these laws work. Okay. Tattvavit. So who is that? That person is Kritsna Tattvavit, who knows this very, very clearly. Na vichalayet. Vichalayet. What is vichala? Means hiledule, hilna. Disturbed. Okay, not very firm. Okay. So na vichalayet, he'll be very firm. One who knows this will be very, very clear and very firm in his actions. We are talking of karma yoga, na? So it is action oriented. His actions will be very firm. Okay. Whereas akritsnavit mandan vichalayet, one who is not very clear about this, half knowledge, half baked knowledge, no knowledge, all those people, other than who is crystal clear, vichalayet, aisa karu ki waisa karu, is this correct, is that correct, they will keep on asking. Okay, शनि भगवान का पूजा करने का है कि राहु का करने का है, सैटरडे करने का है कि मंडे करने का है, चालू ही रहेगा, जिंदगी भर चालू रहेगा. ठीक है, 110 questions on that. Rather than looking at the purpose why a puja is to be done, for us to grow and outgrow and mature, they will get stuck into all the small ephemeral things. Okay, Kritsnavit Mandan, special title. Mr. Mandan, Mrs. Mandan. Vichalayet, every step 100 questions. Correct? Why? Why every step 100 questions? Tan, by those people, prakriter guna sammudhaha. Akritsnavit. So they don't know prakriti guna sammudhaha. They do not know the relationship between prakriti and guna. The prakriti guna relationship, that means everything will get converted to ahankara. Everything gets converted to ahankara. Crystallizing ahankara in every activity, every thought. Okay. And then guna karmasu sajjante. Guna sajjante, karmasu sajjante. I like this person only. I need this to be done like this only. Are you getting it? Only she is correct, only he is correct, only this is correct, only that is correct. So many issues there because they are stuck with everything. Why they are stuck? Because they don't understand the larger picture of Tattva with Prakriti Guna with. That is why they are Mandan. So what happens? Guna karmasu sajjante. They get highly attached to either gunas or the karma. I can't stand this person. Okay, you sit. Simple. I can't stand. You sit. But accept that such people are also there. Why have you to get so attached? Is the world only this person? Your world has become only this person. Are you getting it? Your world means what? Ahankara. The moment you say, like this many people are there in the world, he is one sample or she is one sample, then you will not have a problem of standing, sitting or anything. Correct? That is guna sajjate. Karma sajjate. Oh, this way only. This way. The other ways will not work. This is only the correct way. Why? Prakriti guna. Again problem. ऐसा ही होना चाहिए. They are also focusing on this karmatha. If you don't do it this way, this is the problem. All karmathas, it is even focusing at that. It can give a, because he is not extremely attached to the nuances of dharma without understanding dharma. You understand? Getting attached to the nuances of dharma without understanding dharma means what? Akritsna with moodhaha, just hooking onto the dharma. Means what? Blind followers. To a great extent, blind followers. Akritsna with. Even that is being referred here. Tan, mandan, akritsna vidaha, prakrite guna sammudaha. So understand such people both are there. One who understands this will have absolutely no problem because they know how to detach themselves and ahankara will not play. But people who do not know this, without they knowing their ahankara, body-mind complex will be so attached, so connected, then punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, same thing will continue. Why? Because of that way, the karma will be done. The karma will give karma phala. More fructification of vasanas. Why? That vasanas are getting more and more strong. More and more janmas will bring more and more same vasanas. So now you have gone into a tough situation where you are stuck inside. So better understand, don't give so much of importance to ahankara. Leave it that it is prakriti gunaha guna guneshu vartante. Is it clear? Okay, right. Now, a very, very nice aspect here, if we understand, this can lead to an issue saying that if I consider this, I believe everything like that only. There's a flip side to all these things. That is why when we go to the Shastras, there is nothing called water-bound tight position. No. What is right for the person in which situation, at what stage of life, all that is important. The same thing will not be true. For example, when you go to a doctor prescribing a particular medicine for a given situation of yours, next time you go with similar situation, need not prescribe the same medicine but can give something else. Correct? Same way, if you do karma, you are going to get stuck. Karma yoga is what is told. Correct? While doing karma yoga, you start with karma yoga, you end up being karma. Why? This clarity of Prakriti guna is not there. Karma yoga by itself will not fructify as karma yoga. There also you have to use, in jnanam you have to use this more. But in karma yoga also, to convert it properly, this and bhakti should be there. Without that it won't work. Rational thinking without that, if you do karma yoga, it is going to be a habit. It is blind faith. Don't do that. Now, tell me, a skin of a fruit is useful or useless?
Depends on the fruit.
Depends on the fruit. Okay, make it simple, take a banana. Where you remove the skin and eat, hopefully. The skin is useful or useless? So eat the skin also.
No, it protects the fruit.
So, useful at a particular time, useless at a particular time.
What also it is useful.
We are referring to our connection. Be with the context. Independently, the skin will have hundreds of vitamins and you can do many things with it. That is not the point. Given a fruit, when the fruit is raw, does this skin come out easily? Does it peel out easily? Why? Bhagavan has made the situation in such a way that that skin is needed to protect, so it cannot come out easily. After the job is over of the skin, when the fruit matures, does not the skin dislodge by itself naturally? That is, so Bhagavan has, so karma yoga is like the skin. It has to start that way. Then you have to find out, has the karma yoga matured? Automatically the fruit will get dislodged from the skin very easily. Minimum effort. We are not saying that the skin is useless after that. The karma yoga being the skin, jnana yoga being the fruit. First is karma yoga is required to protect, to mature. And once karma yoga matures, dropping karma yoga is very, very important for jnana yoga. And this is where our major problem is. None of us want to leave karma and remove out quality time for jnana. Learn it and be with it. Sir, you give me more activities. I will do everything. बैठ के आंख बंद करने को बोलना मत. Are we getting it? The skin is karma yoga. Even after it ripens fully, if you say, no, the skin has protected it such a long, how can I remove the skin and eat the banana? I will have to hold the skin. If I tear the skin, it will pain for the skin. Tana kritsnavito mandan. Are you getting it? Correct. So whatever we are doing should have a very clear goal. If the goal is jnanam, karma yoga should be a part to mature out that the skin becomes loose with paripurna vairagya. How do you know that the skin is ready to be removed now? See, we all have, that is another thing. Every day, earlier these problems were not there. Today many situations are there where it gives us a very clarity. अभी आप केला लेने जाओ तो that person will give you the केला which is इलायची केला या जो भी है which is 80% raw, ripe, 20% is still raw. So it is still with green color, skin will be there. He says, आप रख दो, कल के लिए ठीक हो जाएगा. And I am very sure whoever buys it that way, the next day they will never use it. Because only the skin has become yellow. It has not got ripened from inside. You leave it for one more day, then that skin starts dislodging. How do you know this? When to dislodge the skin? When to move from karma yoga to jnana yoga? When to start dropping karma? Very important. Fair idea is given, but after that it is your own experience which says, no, I wait for one more day. I think tomorrow only this will be ripened. It will be proper for taste. Today it will not be ripened. Thoda kacha andar rahega. And for some reason you just peel one banana and you put it in the mouth, you understand. I thought so. Correct, na? That is prematurely I have done it. Same way, slowly the karma should reduce. Jnanam for that time should be given. But most of us, we love to be in karma and karma yoga. I will always be in that same college because I like the teacher. How can I leave the teacher and go? Because she has taught me everything. Are you have passed out? No, but I can't still leave the teacher. Why? Everyday habit. Okay, we will laugh, but look at your activities. Every day the same thing. Every day, day in and day out, the same thing. No time for jnana, only karma, only karma, only karma. Karma for what? If the goal was karma for vairagya, and that vairagya helping for jnanam, then if vairagya starts coming, karma should be dropped. Otherwise, do karma for vairagya. So without a goal, many people will just end up doing activities. Okay. Without a knowledge and without a goal, just an activity saying that it is my duty, okay, is not going to lead anywhere. You say it is your duty, very good, you will get punya. Fantastic. Then what? Next Janma is waiting. What do you want? Correct? Just imagine, no one dies at all. You will not get food at all. Because our grandparents are much more intelligent than us. Before us, they will eat the food and sit. So they have to die. For that, we have to get the food. We have to die so that the next generation will get the food. That will be on. Hence, we have to drop karma yoga. That clarity should come when to drop, how to drop. Like, as we say, when we mature in playing with balloons and we have no problem, even if a balloon breaks, same way, karma dropping should be there in life. Every day morning I do that. If I don't do that, I have a problem. Means what? I got very strongly attached to it. And if you are got attached to it, then further you have a bigger problem now. Think about it. Okay. Detachment will not come naturally. Detachment for a skin with the fruit will be very natural. Urva rukamiva bandhana, that is natural. But karma detachment, you have to put an effort. You have to have a goal. You have to have someone to guide you. You have to know whether it is right or wrong. What is the right time? How to do it? And then it has to be a prepared activity to drop karma and get into jnana. Because this chapter is on karma, he also has to teach you when to stop karma, right? If he doesn't teach that, you will continue karma. And when we say this It is not the absolute karma. Many of these karmas which can be dropped. That is why in our terms we say very easy. You want to drop karma? Try to be a paying guest in your house. What happens? A lot of karma gets dropped. If you are behaving like a paying guest in your house, then it is no more my Srishti. I am a paying guest. With that attitude, lot of karmas will get dropped. Otherwise, आपने खुद लेके बैठा है. Children will say, why are you doing? No, if I don't do, who will do it? Means what? Ahankara vimudhatma kartahamiti manyate. Big mantra for many of us. If I don't do, who will do? If this doesn't happen, what will happen? Answer is ahankara vimudhatma kartahamiti manyate. Then you can add I so and so supreme fool. That will be the common surname. Aham Rajeshaha Supreme Moodha. Like that we add that. No problem, then continue. But if you say I am intelligent, then behave intelligently, work intelligently, think intelligently. Correct? Otherwise, मिथ्याचारस्य उच्यते. बोलता कुछ है, करता कुछ है. समझ में आ रहा है? Many of the people very good in lectures. When it comes to day life, miserable. Mityacharasya uchyate. Many people do not know to speak, but they can lead their life excellently. Kritsnavito man, akritsnavito mandane, kritsnavinna vichalaye there. Are you able to get this? So we cannot continue with karma. You need to drop it. Vairagya has to come because that is the purpose of karma yoga. Somewhere we have to drop it and come to jnana. Always being in karma will not help. Is it clear? Okay.
Sir, I have a question. Sir, I should do karma for karma yoga and karma yoga to get vairagya. If I get vairagya, so karma will automatically drop. No, sir. Why to take effort? That part I am not understanding.
So far as you remember the objective, why are you doing karma yoga, it is good. If that objective is forgotten, karma yoga becomes karma. Karma will become attachment. In the name of karma yoga, you are doing karma. The karma is giving bandhana. Are you able to understand this? If you are maintaining your sankalpa right from day one till the end, you have achieved it, it is fine. But many a times the goalpost changes without our knowing itself. For example, I start teaching Bhagavad Gita to children. I am giving examples. I start teaching Bhagavad Gita to children. Why? More children, if they learn, their life will be better than what it is. That is the objective. And in doing so, over a period of time, after 1 year or so, there is a competition called Chinmaya Mission. There is another competition from somewhere for which children have started learning. Why did I start teaching? Why are the children learning now? Then they participate in the competition. My expectation is one child at least should get something. What happened to me now? Are you able to understand this? So, vigilance at every step when you are doing karma yoga is very important. Am I deviating from my goal? That vigilance is very important. If that is there, vairagya is natural. With vairagya, karma yoga will drop. That is 100% clear. But without being vigilant, you will slip and move this karma yoga into karma. I will give you another example here. Bhagavad Gita chanting was started in heat so that more children will learn. Correct? In this Ayyappa Puja, there is an announcement that we want to have best in the world, or someone should talk about it throughout in the world, that such a competition is not held. Now, are these two agendas crossing each other? Are you able to get this? So now what has happened to the, see, it is natural. We take such examples, our own, then we understand it. If I go with the purpose why I am teaching, I should not bother any competition. But the heap organization depends only on me to take it ahead. If I do that, I will get stuck into that. Are you able to get this? This dvivida will come in every step for everyone. Huh? Are you akritsnavito mandan or kritsnavit?
But are you not doing it or motivating the students?
Students' motivation is there. It can be the students' goal to chant and get medals. It cannot be my goal. Are you getting it?
But it's not your goal. You
Ah,
are providing a platform.
correct. And then slowly getting slipped into the platform. Are you able to understand? You start with that way, very noble. It looks very nice. And when you get slipped, you still justify with your mind, intellect, saying that I'm not into it. That is pervert intelligence. I'm not saying wrong. It is pervert intelligence. We try to justify many a times after slipping that, no, this is not my, this is why I'm doing it. Although very clearly you know inside, you have got deeply attached to it. Think this is a very subtle matter, and this happens with everyone. And unless we touch it, go and touch that, you will never understand. You will always keep, when you're at the superficial level, you will always keep justifying it. The moment you touch it, then you know, am I fooling myself? And once that question comes, you will take a step back. And if you don't take a step back, you will continue with karma, not karma yoga. In the name of karma yoga, you are doing karma. A very, very subtle thing. Unless you do that, especially people into social activities will have to experience it and then understand it. Why? Even in family activities, which are the ones which you are doing with your very clear individual need and which you are doing with family need. The moment you have this clarity, you will know when I am slipping it. It's a very grey thin line. Suddenly you will see I am on that side. Unless you come back, otherwise you will be pulled. You will be pulled. And that is exactly the next question which Arjuna is going to ask. Next question, Arjuna is asking that what pulls me to do papam? You will get sucked in the name of good. Huh? In the name of good. Every politician enters politics to do something for the society. Yes or no? How many politicians end up their life that way? Tell me, if that thought was not there, none of the politicians would have entered politics. The basic thought that I want to do something for the society is so driving it. That is why politicians, all children do not become politicians. Only one or the others will say, it is not my cup of tea, I don't want. Think. Okay. So whenever we are talking of our own, we are very clear. But when it comes to a bigger, larger interest society, more beneficiaries, हम उनका ऊपर, उनका कंधे पे गन रख के अपना हेतु चलाते हैं. think, and it is very, very known. It is visible at many a times, and still we all have to keep quiet because it can be easily turned. If you touch it, they will easily turn it. No, no, I'm doing it for this. Over. You cannot answer then anything. But it is very clearly visible that no, they are making use of that situation for their own personal interest. And we do it, including it happens. Unknowingly it happens, but knowingly we have to be alert about it. Karma yoga is not a given thing. Karma yoga is not a given. That is why a sannyasi is very easy. Huh? You are cut off from everything. Grihastha life is toughest. If you look at it, a Grihastha's life from this perspective is toughest. Sitting in that, it's a balance. Karma yoga is that earlier that Raste pe they used to do a very nice, I remember, the small girls and all, they will put two bamboos, they will tie a rope, and this girl will stand on the top with one bamboo on the head and with the hands like this and all, she will, or holding a bamboo, she will walk on the rope. Normally. So is that street act what they do? Okay, they are doing it for earning it. But think about how firm that mind is, knowing very clearly that it is walking on a thin rope with so many things pulling their attention, yet continuing, yet activities happening, and they not falling. How much trained that mind is to be focused there and not get swayed. If we can do karma yoga like that, being in that situation, then it is karma yoga. Otherwise we'll get pulled, we'll never know what it is. Are we getting it? Chalo. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Brahmarpanamastu. So from next class we will start with 30th shloka. Mayi Sarvani Karmani. Okay, and then we will go ahead. One more information or an announcement. Next class is going to be on 28th. 99% we'll start it at 9:30, but in case I am late by 5-10 minutes, just wait. It may be 5 or 10 minutes late. I have to come from one place and then start. We will do it. Subsequently, from February, every Saturday of February, our classes at HFS will start. So 9:30, we will be starting the class from HFS, and online will continue. So online will continue. Instead of all sitting at home, whoever used to come to the HFS class, come there. From there, so I'll be directly in touch with all of you all, and of course parallelly the online will also, people will benefit who are there online. So Zoom will continue, YouTube will continue, all that will continue, but direct one-to-one offline class will be on at HFS at 9:30. So come at 9:25 itself, not after 9:30. 9:30 sharp we will start, because online students should not be waiting. Is it clear? Anyone who is in and around Hiranandani, surely come. It is at the basement at HFS school, earlier where we used to take. Okay, so that is from February. Don't come next Sunday and say that no one was there. Next Sunday no one will be there. Next Sunday is online. Subsequent Sunday from 1st of February, offline will also start. Okay, Hari Om Tat Sat. Dhanyavada. Same way.
Thank you, sir.
Today evening no class. It is shifted to tomorrow evening. Bhagavad Gita summary. Today evening no class. Yeah. Hari Om. Hari Om.
Dhanyavad, sir.
Dhanyavada. Dhanyavada. A long time.